Hello ladies and gentlemen, as you probably read, we are going to take this as a serious round to see if we can improve on our score over taking casual. We're going to be hitting from the black tees. We are on the red 9 over at the Casa Linda Oaks, and we're waiting for somebody to finish up. Now to be honest, I didn't get any warm-up, so this could be interesting. We're going to try to play this very serious today. Let me see here. Set up, start around. See, I gotta go and record what I'm doing, so I gotta have this thing going here. Alright, let's see here. Alright. Wrong course. Let's pick the right one here. And we're going to red. Much better. Okay. I think they're pretty much out of my range. Take this serious means we need to there we go. Alright, we are okay. Let's see how well we can do. We're gonna be on the left side, but at least I hit it. Now it's without a warm up, so we're gonna do the best we can with that. And since I'm walking, I'm not gonna keep the camera on the whole time because that would be very, very long. So, well, we'll see where we're at. Okay. We found our ball right next to the cart path. So we got about 150 yards to make the turn. So I'm going to use this 3. I got to kind of line it up. Not the best lie in the world, but it will. Generally on the deck, it's going to drift a little left for me. So I'm going to be heading out that way. See if we can hit this puppy correctly. Maybe a little farther left than I wanted to, but that's okay. I know where it is, and we will go with that. We're trying to play serious here. No panicking. See, we're right between those, just past that tree. Okay, I'm on my 3rd shot for this par 5, and this is where being serious, we got to do a little calculation. I know where I want to be on, which is the perfect chipping range for me, but we are past this dog leg here, so as you can see, we got 50, about 100, maybe 110. but we do need height, so that's a good thing. So we want a 7 iron, a 7 hybrid for this. And that's good because that should put me over that tree. So we're looking at the 7. Got everything labeled here. There's the 7. Come on out. All right, record it. All right, we want to not hit the tree on the left. We want to go over that tree. So I'm gonna have to get some height with this thing. I need to hit right about here. Okay, let's see if I can do it. Not the easiest shot in the world. Oh, I went and toe struck that. So I am probably gonna just walk over there. Yeah, I have not warmed up, but you know, that's no excuse. We're trying to keep this very serious. So I am going to walk over to where I toe struck the ball at. And yeah, I'll keep the camera going for this one. Okay, now all right. This is past the corner. So from here, yeah, I'm gonna have to, I need to get it in position, so I'm gonna have to change clubs here. That one didn't do too well. It's all right. This is an experiment. So I'm gonna grab me a 9. Try to get it in position so that I can chip cleanly to the green. Okay. Yeah, this thing's not registering. Give me a minute. There we go. All right. We're trying to get in position, at least it's clear. Out this way, yeah. Well, let's move my clubs back here. I want to hit my bag. Okay. Oh. I am just gonna take a drop on that because I know it's in the water. I'm gonna have to add a stroke. There we go. Oh, I got some range on that one. Okay. Now, there will be a penalty stroke involved. Okay, welcome back. Well, we're going to be using the chipper here, and I do know that I should have those penalty strokes. You should be able to see them. Okay. Now with this chipper, I need to try to clear the rough and like bounce it near the edge there, so I have to try to give it a nice hop there. Up. Way too much. Way too much. But that's okay. We're going to call this my warm-up hole. Still counts though. See, one thing, when I take this very seriously, I get tense and I do things I shouldn't do. But let's see if we can settle down here. Okay, usually I have 2 big blow-up holes when I play anyways. Let's try to reduce it down to like 1. Now, I want to get it onto the green. Not over the green, onto the green. Okay, let me see here. Much better. Much better. Okay. That did much better. All right. Now for our serious game, I have something been holding back, is my ball marker. So let me get out the new ball marker. Yep, there we go. There's the new ball marker. All right, we're gonna grab our tracking phone here. We're gonna grab my putter, and we're gonna try to sink this thing. Normally I'd look at the heat map, but right now it's over on my partner's cart there. Let's see here. All right, put the phone down. Now what we do is we put the marker down and we line up the ball. If you're playing serious. About there. Okay. All right. Let's see what we can do here. Up, and it's in. Okay. All right. Pick it up and move on. Now there is a penalty stroke involved, actually 2. One penalty and one that didn't get recorded, but you'll see it because I'll have it on the overhead there. So, well, a little shaky on the start, but we're going to go over to hole number 2 here and see what we can do. Yep, from the black tees, this can be 435 yards, par 4. And I'm going to take a little drink, so let me... Okay, we're getting ready for the next hole. Par 4. We've lined it up. Okay, let's hope the warm-up part's done finally. Much better. Yeah, that looks like it is in the fairway. I'll take that one. Okay, so the second shot, tracking software is off, so I'm near that tuft of trees. I think it's like 205 yards, which for me means that I am going to have to use something like this. This is my long hybrid. Try to get as close as I can. It was a good tee off. All right. Bring it around a little to the right. I got a good kick off one of the trees. We can work with it. As I said, I'm going to try to play this as serious as I can. Still think my weakest part of the game is going to still be the chipper, or the really close to the green, but let's see what we can do with that. Well, I'm going to turn this off. I'll put it back on when I get. Well, welcome back. Third shot. Now, I had vowed I'd only use a 60-degree chipper if I really had to. Unfortunately, this is one of those situations where I have to. So, whether I like it or not, I need to go over the bunker. Try not to get in the bunker. Try not to blade it. See what I can do here. Did I get over it? Nope. Didn't get over it. Oh well. Hey, at least I got the right club in my hand. I tried. That was a serious attempt. But, yeah, I'm going to have to try a little harder here. So we're going to try to get this thing out safely. All right. There we go. Well, at least it did that right. Once again, we're trying to play serious golf today, as opposed to relaxed, casual golf I normally do. It's an experiment to see if we score significantly better. So, let's see what I can do with this. Over here. Normally I look at the heat map. I don't have it near me, but I am going to take a little time here. I think my ball is dirty. Let's take a look here. Okay. I think this will break a little bit. I can't tell. It's close. So I'm just going to mark it, clean it, and see if I can get it in, or as close as I can get it. No Tiger Woods here. All right. Let's get that lined up. All right. Closer we're going to get it. All right. It's going to be a bit uphill. Stop. Ah, well. Not as bad as it could have been. Not as good as it could have been. Did break a little left. Now it's going to break left again. We're playing serious. So. Nah, not quite that much. Okay. Let's see if we can put it in there. good enough. All right. Playing serious. Means we're taking our times on our putting. Put the putter away, and we're going to move on. If you're wondering who that gorgeous, eligible bachelorette is, that's my sister. And no, she's not interested. She's going to kill me later for even getting her on the camera, even though she's going to look very tiny. All right. We're coming up on hole number 3. This is on the red course. From the black tees, it is 185. It is a par 3. So I'll see if I got something that'll hit 185. All right, we're gonna. I need to get a drink here.
Oh, you need another drink?
No. All right, we are at this par 3. We're shooting from the black tees, 185. The thing I can get closest to it is my 1 iron hybrid, and I don't feel so bad about using it because there's like no hazards between me and the flag. On the right and left, yes, but nothing directly in the middle. So if I come up a little short, it's just going to be on the fairway. So. But we're back here in the black tees. Let's put this down here. Check the ball height. Don't want to go under it. Okay. All right. If I want to be anywhere slightly right is okay. Slightly. Not by much. Okay. Let's see what we can do with this. Yeah, it went a little left, just outside the bunker. So, hey, tee survived. So, off a little, got the right distance. Meet you over there. Okay, we are on the second shot of this par 3, and once again, I have the 60 degree in my hand. I'm gonna have to really get a handle on this now. The trick here is just don't be in the bunker. Anywhere on the green's fine. So we're gonna try to do that. Means I do not want to blade it. I want to get under it. Yep. Oh, and I did exactly what I didn't want to do. That's okay. I do better from the sand trap anyways. I think I'm just so afraid of overhitting. I should just intentionally try to overhit. Next time I'm going to try to hit it over the green, and it'll probably land on the green. Okay. All right. Now I got to put some oomph into it. Yeah, I should have done that the first time. So my 60 degree is 2 for 2 out of the bunkers, and not so much going over them. Do what you got to do. Now after this hole, I'm going to start examining. I'm going to get that yardage book so I can watch my watch the heat map so I can get my brakes a little better. Now this is a putting shot for me. Now to keep this in perspective, for me to do much better than I usually do, I have a handicap of 34, which means 9 holes at 17 strokes. So if I end up only being like 12 strokes over, that's actually a significant difference. Okay, I'm not on the green itself, so I can't mark the ball and do anything with it, but I can use my chipper here, my low lofted chipper, and try to putt it to the hole. Let me make sure I'm just get it near the hole. Let's see. Oop, too much, but it's on the green. We'll take the percentages here. It is on the green. So, let me cover up my chipper here. I will now take my putter and we will get to business. I am a high handicapper, so I have to curb my expectations, but I try to shave off strokes that I would normally miss at. Okay, now I'm going to look at this. Should be looking at the heat map. I'll have to do that on the next hole. I'll make sure I have it with me. Alright, let's put our skull coin down. Alright, slightly uphill. Alright, I think that's as close as I'm going to get. A pretty good roll on the greens today. So a little short. We're starting to break a little bit to the right too. Alright, let's line this up, sink this putt, get done with it. Alright. Nice smooth putt. Well, that's what happens. There. Not Vestas. We take our medicine. We don't let it bother us because we're being serious. So we'll say darn, move on. Okay, welcome back. Changed batteries. 415 yards from Black Tees, par 4, hole number 4. We're going to be going with the big stick. Now we line this up. I do not want to be lined up right on the edge of that cart path over there, because if I do, that'll be the one time that I hook it. So I'd rather go a little wide than get stuck wishing I had gone wide. So let me okay, right about there. All right, let's see here. We're looking at okay. Let's make sure the camera's right. Camera's right. Okay. It's gonna go right. It's gonna be off to the right. But I can work with that. I can work with that. See you when we get there. You're welcome back. We're right here, right around the corner. I'm gonna go with the 6 because I want to get positioned so I have a decent club to try to hit the green with. Yep, I'm going to use 6 for that. Try not to lose my towel. Try not to hit anything I ain't supposed to hit. You know, I'm going to keep that piece of wood right there. Oh! Did you see where it went? Yeah, I clipped the tree. You know, I'm just going to keep the club because I'm probably going to need the same club. Somebody seen where it went? Well, at least it's in the fairway now. Yeah, I clipped the tree. Yeah, poing, I clipped that tree. Now I don't have a clean shot at the green, but that's okay. I didn't have the distance for it anyways. So let me just need to go this way. All right. Okay, I see where it's coming down. And into those bushes over there. Okay. As I said, I am a high handicapper. I have to deal with the fact that my accuracy is not on par with pros or anything. But I'm going to go ahead and walk over there, grab that ball, and see if we can. Okay, we're back from the corner. Let's see here. From this distance, should be a 7. Let's see if I got my 7 here. That's a 4. 1, 2, 5, 7. Okay. Zero in on this. Make sure everything's rolling. Yep, everything's rolling. Okay. Let's see here. Got a stick in my hair. All right. We like practicing going over all of those bunkers, don't we? Well, why change a thing? All right. 7 came up a little short, but that's okay. Okay, once again, we are going to try to hit this over a bunker. We are really going to give it an all-American try this time. Should be able to do it. If I quit worrying that I'm going to overhit it. Yay! See, I need to be doing that all the time. But let's see where we ended up. Nice. Okay, now I'm actually going to go and look at the heat map for this hole. Since we haven't been doing that, we should be doing that. So, let's go up here. Yep. All right, where we're here, it's going to break 1 degree to the right. One degree to the right. Okay. Get my putter. Yeah, it looks like it might. Let's see, 1 degree to the right. Just a little bit. Okay. Let's see if we can put this in. Whatever you do, if you miss, leave it near the hole. Oh, so close. But that's all right. 2 putts always good for us. And we're moving on to hole number 5. Okay, ladies and gents, it is par 5, 5th hole, 566 yards, and me getting a drink. There's an odd chance I could hit to where the guy is, so I'll let him go. The trick here is, now I will sometimes slice, sometimes I won't. So I want to aim slightly to the left. Slightly to the left. Make sure everything's going good. Going good, yep. Okay, we're back here at the black tees. All right. Okay. Okay, let's see where we're aimed at. That is just about right. Maybe not quite that much, but okay. Let's see if we can get this puppy lined up the way it should be. Not bad. Yeah, it looks like it's in the fairway on the right side. Excellent. That'll work. All right, we're right at the edge of the start of the fairway because we're starting off with the black tees. Not too bad for par 5. We'll kind of aim about as straight as we can get it. Not a bad shot. It's going to be on the right hand side. Probably very playable. Put this one away. 13 degrees. 1 iron hybrid. See you there. Okay, we're right here. And we're just behind 186. So that'd be about 192. So we're still rocking the one hybrid. So let's see what we can do with it again. Getting a lot of use out of it. Now this one we want to split the uprights here and be somewhere in the middle. Even if it ends up in that bunker, doesn't matter. Sure everything's rolling, everything's rolling. Alright, we want to shoot the uprights. Alright. Oh, I topped it, but I did get some movement on it. My fault. I think I lifted my head. I'm still an amateur golfer, but it's okay. I went for it. Being serious means accepting your shots. Don't throw a fit. You can't take it back. So, that was shot. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Let's see if we can put it on the green. That'd be nice. Somebody once said, you know, par fives are a scoring opportunity. Well, if you're a low handicapper, yes. If you're a high handicapper, it's a blow-up opportunity. Actually, for the high handicapper, I find your best scoring opportunities are short par fours and some par threes if you get a lucky tee off. Par fives, you're just struggling not to do something really bad. Okay, let's see what we got here. Now this looks like a pretty good range for me. Okay, yeah, this is a pretty good range. It's about 100, so it's about 80. So this is right in my pitching wedge range. I didn't say my hybrid, my pitching wedge. Let me see, we're still rolling? Yep, we're still rolling. All right, sometimes I walk, sometimes I turn it off. All right, let's break out the pitching wedge. Now this one, yeah, some people clear all the debris away. I use it to help line up my shot. All right. All right. Not bad. It's on the green. See, that's what you're hoping for, is to find a range that you're really good at. Mine is like 80 yards is my go-to range, if I can shoot from there. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. Okay, I'll meet you over there on the green. All right, nice chip to the green. Nice. I got my little tool here to fix that. I need to fix. Let me see. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I clubbed that one down pretty good. Yeah, if you got a big nasty divot like that, you know, yeah, go ahead and fix it. Okay, let's tap it down. Okay. All right, let's mark the ball. Gonna go a little to the right. All right, let's see here. about there. Let's see if we can put it in. Should go a little right, a little bit right. Fantastic. That one worked. Okay, the next hole has a bathroom break, stuff like that, water refill, and I'll turn off the camera for the moment. Alright, we are now on hole number 6, par 4, from Black Tees, 415 yards. So for some people that would be kind of a short par 4. At our range with our driver, which I am using a driver, being serious, I should be okay. I don't quite hit it long enough to actually be a serious issue. I'm going to aim kind of to the edge of that tree on the left, because I'm probably going to slice it some, and if I don't, I'll still be okay. So, play the odds. Make sure this is lined up right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Got a little bit of dirt on it, but it's in the fairway. So no foul, no harm. Off I go. All right, we're on shot number 2. We're about 220 yards out, which I can get it kind of close, but then I'm going to be in that nasty range. So I'm going to actually not use my longest club, try to get in that 80-yard range. So I'm going to try a 5 here. No, actually a 6. Let's go with a 6. Yeah, I want to try to get it in that 80-yard zone, which is my best distance. So let's see what we can do here. Straight up is that right here. Okay. Let's see what we can do. Oh, well, it's a worm burner, but it may have done what I wanted it to do. If I can get in that 80-yard zone, doesn't matter if it's a worm burner. I probably lifted my head. Common mistake for amateurs like me. But it's okay. We are going to continue. And I'm going to leave the camera on for a bit, because I'm going to be changing the battery after this hole anyway, so get a little walk here. So far, we're trying to do this as serious as we can. I'm, you know, picking up, marking the ball on the green, picking up, lining it up, checking the heat map sometimes. I should do it more. Check on the slope of the greens. Try to line up my shots better. Try to range for me to be in good chipping range to hit the green. For me, that's the 80-yard mark is a really good range for me. So we did a worm burner right here. We're going to find out what range we're in. See, in the 80-yard range, pitching wedge and 9 iron can hit 80 for me really easy. And if it's a little longer, then I just... Okay, this is 129. So I'm going to guess that we are about 100 yards out. Okay, so I'm not going to go with the pitching wedge. Oh, here we got a marker right here. 99. So we're at about 110. So for me, that would be an 8. We don't use the 8 very often, but we're going to use it today. All right, that'd be an 8. Try to line her up toward the middle of the green. Okay. Did we do it? Just a little past. We hit a little bit long. Hopefully we can just chip it up there real easy. Got a little bit more on it than I wanted to, but that's all right. Okay. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, we're back here. We just went over the green. It's gonna be a little tricky, but we're not gonna use. We're gonna use a low lofted chipper. I want to get it up and on the green and let gravity do the rest. So need to kind of try to get it over there. I don't want to be stuck in here. A little late. You know what? That works for me. Totally works for me. All right, take a quick look at the heat map. Let's see what we got here on this. All right. From this going down, so it's all going that way, so it's going to be going uphill from that direction. Okay. This is going to be an uphill putt. We're playing serious. Get rid of things in our way. Put that down. Put the marker down. Okay, let's see here. Might be a tiny, tiny bit of break, but guess we'll find out. A little bit uphill. Normally wouldn't do that, but bug flew in my mouth. Ugh. Okay. Let's get it to the hole. Trick for us at our level is 2 putt. Ran short. I'll make this 2 putt hard now. Okay, let's make it up. Alright. Oh. That hurts. Take time, take time. 3 putted it. Not what I wanted. It's what I got. So we work around that. I'll be switching batteries and going to the next hole. Alright folks, we are in hole number 7, par 3 at the Black Tees. It's 220 yards. You know what that means? It's a driver hole for me. So I guess I just need to get my driver. So do you think I can make it there? Well, there's a big bunker on the right. So hopefully, well, I mean, I'm not bad out of the bunkers. As long as it's not buried, that really wouldn't be a bad shot for me. So let's see what we can do here. All right. Pro V1 deployed. Let's see how we got it lined up. No, it's going to have to be more. Yeah, that's more my style. Okay. All right. It comes around beautiful. That might be on the green. Sweet. If it's on the green, we're good. See you when we get there. Well, now, some people will be disappointed that I didn't make it all the way to the green. But it's 220 yards from the Black Tees. A little short, but a nice smooth path going toward the hole. So we're going to use the chipper and try to get this puppy up next to that hole. Still a decent shot with the driver. All right, now I'm going to have to put a little oomph on this. I'm going to put some oomph on this. And stop right there. I'll take that any day. I wish I could do that all the time. Hey, but you take the good with the bad. Assuming I can sink this, it'll be a par. But don't take it for granted, or you won't get it. There is a little bit of break. Yep, there's a little bit of break, so let's do this right. Aim it for the left side of the hole a little bit. Okay. Let's get her done. Line it up. Oh. Take a breath. It's okay. There we go. Yep, we put it. That's all right. We're going to be just fine. So we're going to go off to the next hole. Okay, welcome back. We are on hole 8, par 4, 326 yards from the Black Tees. This one's a tricky one. Your second shot is going to have to carry a large amount of water that is planted in front of the green. And the trick here is I'll be a little bit too far on a good shot, a little bit too far with my driver. So I have to go with I'll have to tee up a 1 iron or a 1 hybrid, and you don't want to be too close to the right. You can kind of see the water there, but the closer to the middle, the better you are, because there is a bunch of water you got to clear. Okay. You want to clear the water, you don't want to go in the water. Okay, right about there. It's a tricky one. Okay. I don't know. I hit those trees. We'll see what type of situation we're in. We might have got lucky, or we might not have. So that was more slice than I expected out of the club. The tree may have saved us. We'll find out. Say when we get there. Well, I found it. Hit the tree. This is where we ended up. Now, as you can see, there's no way I can get at the green. But let's take this as a good break, because I can take out the few sticks, grab my chipper, 60-degreeer, put it over there and put it in a nice grassy area to take the shot. So we're going to go ahead and call this fortuitous. And let's here. You know, I'm going to take my little low lofted chipper, kind of pop it. I'm going to pop it right over there. I need to get past those roots though, so I have to kind of hack at it a bit. So let's see if I can hack at this. Can I hack at that? Yeah, I need to hack at it. Kind of hit it that way. Perfect. Worked out just fine. All right. That's what I wanted. I wanted a clear shot. Now, from that edge, we have to carry 90. That was the big thing here. Is now we're a little closer. Normally, I would want to be like over here, and I don't know. They may have some markers here. Tell you what the yardage is. Let's see. We got anything here that's useful? No. But yeah, there's one right here. Okay. That is 101. That is 101. So we need to carry at least 90. So I need to take a look and see what club I got, because I'd like to carry almost 100 if I could. So carry distances. So we're looking at a 7 or an 8. Let's go with the 8. That should carry 90 on a good hit. So let's find the 8 here. That's a 9, 6, 8. Okay. So we need a good clean hit. Yeah, there's a bunker in the way, but I don't care if I end up in the bunker. I care if I end up in the water. Okay, we're looking at that. Okay. Good clean hit. I think I cleared the water right on the edge of the green. Glorious. All right. I'll take that. Oh, not a bad spot. You gotta fix a little divot. Technically you don't have to out here, but still. Okay. All right. So we are in a good position. Yeah, we had to take a cover shot, but this hole has been the really bad hole for a lot of people. Now, there's a great big cut to the left. It's like on the top tier, the bottom tier. So I'm gonna use a chipper. I'm gonna try to get it in the general vicinity. So I'm gonna kind of head. It's gonna break some, so I'm gonna kind of use that divot as marker to kind of get the distance here. What's here? Now, oh, too much, but it's on there. So we'll take that. Don't beat yourself up over bad shots. Just try to mitigate the damage. Don't compound it. Okay, we're putting. Doesn't matter that I shot way over. We're on the green. Now I'm going to go and take a look at that heat map for this hole. All right. Be like from this direction. Everything from here down. Straight away. Some of it pretty severe. Okay. So it's downhill. Otherwise pretty straight. Might break a little at the end. Not that it makes a big difference for me. But see, that's my marker coin. It's I think memento mori, which basically means everybody dies, which is actually to indicate that you should try to live a full life, because eventually you won't be here. So play golf, live a full life, because you ain't gonna be here forever. Bit downhill. My goal now is to get it near the hole. In the hole would be nice too. All right. Stop. That didn't break as much as I hoped it had, but got this is pretty close. Okay. Some people would be cringing. You should be getting birdies and pars, and I'm not a PGA pro. I'm trying to beat 17 over for 9 holes. I think I will. Let's see how we do. Get in there. 3 putt. Better than a 4 putt. In the end, we're gonna calculate and see if I did significantly better. Do keep in mind I am shooting from the black tees, and I usually shoot from the white tees when I'm just having fun, so that does take into account. Okay, folks, we're almost to the moment of truth to find out if we did better. But before that, we got one more hole. This is hole number 9, par 4, 370 yards from the black tees. Now, there is a catch on this one. If I use my driver and I hit it just perfectly, I can get about 220 yards. That means in 220 yards, the ball ends up in a water ditch. So, that one's out. So we're going to go with the 13 degree hybrid. Rather be short of that ditch than in it. That's part of serious golf. You don't always grab your big stick every time. Sometimes it's a bad choice. Okay, I am kind of tired, so I have been slicing things, so I'm going to kind of accommodate that there's going to be a bit of a slice involved here, even though it's a hybrid. Okay, let's see here. If I aim it this way, that's a little bit too much. Oh, how about this one? Yeah, accommodates for a little bit of slice. Should keep me out of the ditch. All right, let's see how we do this. Nice. Good way to start this hole. Right in the middle of the fairway. I'll take that. Okay, I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Okay, guys, this is shot number 2 on hole 9. I'm just going to keep the camera on at this point. Remember that ditch I was talking about? Yeah, if I did 220 yards, that's what you end up in, is that ditch. Okay, we got about 190 yards to the pin. So we're going to use the one hybrid and see how close we can get. It is going to slice a bit, so adjust my aiming point a little. But we're also off the deck, so got to keep that in mind. Okay. We're going to be on the left side, but not too horrible. Not too horrible at all. So I can pick up some of this divot. Now, if I had a golf cart, I'd have some sand to put in here, but I don't. So I just kind of shove dead grass back in there. All right. I'm just going to leave it on, and we're going to finish out this hole together, and we'll add everything up, and we'll see how well I did playing serious, relatively serious golf versus my usual casual, just have fun, don't care golf. And yes, we were hitting from the black tees. Give it well, for 2 reasons. One is to give it kind of a serious vibe, but also I've been playing with the idea of playing from the black tees normally, because from the black tees you get to see all of the golf course as the designer envisioned it. If you're playing from the short tees, you like miss half the course because you're already past a lot of it. So you want to get the vista views that the original designers intended, but there's a lot of golf balls in there. Play from the black tees or the back tees or championship tees or whatever your golf course calls them. Now on some courses, if you're an amateur, you really can't do that, because there'll be some par 5 where if you can't hit it, 280 yards, you're in a ravine. Obviously, you wouldn't want to do that unless you can hit it 300 yards. Well, then you can. Not the case here. Okay. We're in that magical, I'm going to use the low lofted chipper range. Just try to get it on the green. At this point, I don't care where. I just want it on the green. So I'm going to have to give it a pretty good thump. Let's give it a pretty good thump here. going to break to the right once it starts rolling, so I'm a little left, which is center of green anyway, so I use that leaf there as a guide. Yeah, we have to give it a pretty good thump though. Yeah. We have to give it a pretty good thump. Not horrible. Not horrible. Did the job. I could have used a little bit more, but shouldn't complain. See, I think I have to add it up, but I think it'll be a significant improvement because basically by being serious, I think we've avoided a lot of huge blow-up holes. I mean, yeah, you're still going to get a few 3-putts and stuff like that, but let me take a look at the heat map here. We're still playing serious, so let's take a look at the heat map on this. Okay, it's like a ridge in the middle. It's just past the ridge. It's going to break to the left where the hole is. Going to break left, and then it's going to come down the ridge and then break right, kind of a serpentine type thing. So keep that in mind. And down in the comments, tell me what you think of my ball marker. I think in the back it has a little saying. Let's see if I can read it. So something about if you fear death, then you also fear life, and live your life to the fullest. A lot of people have failed to fix divots. I don't have my divot tool with me, but I'll flatten them out. All right, it's gonna snake. All right, so okay, it's gonna go that way and then that way. So I'm gonna have to be a little bit left coming up here. Yeah, let's get this right. Yeah. Okay, right about there. And it's uphill. I'm going to have to put a bit of oof on it. Yep. Come on, slow it down. Not bad. Got the distance right. Okay. Let's sink this puppy and we're going to call it a day. All right. Marking it. It's going to break a little left. Seen that on the heat map earlier. Okay. Oh. Let's do it. Let's do it. And hopefully the last shot. Yes. All right. 2-putt. Glorious. And now you've already seen my score up there, so I'm going to post on the video my opinion. If you take a round seriously, will it slightly improve your score? Will it dramatically improve your score for